Today in this video we are going to discuss about the analysis of food grains, particularly rice in Food Corporation of India. We are going to see how the analysis of food grains, particularly rice, is taken up before procurement and during storage. How the analysis basing on the sample is taken, and then from that the test sample is taken and the refractions are removed and the percentage is arrived. Basing on the percentage of refractions, the procurement is being done, that we are going to see. So first we'll see the collection of paddy sample from various points taken up by the Ministry of Food and Agriculture and also the apex body, that is FCI. So before arriving in the uniform specification, the government of the Agriculture, Food and Agriculture Ministry will take sample from various places and they will analyze the sample with reference to refractions and how and other parameters also, the lodging quality, yield per hectare and the keeping quality, all these things they will see. And also they will see the behavior of the grains also, whether any change has to be made in the uniform specification of the previous year or the same has to be continued. That also will be analyzed by the Ministry of Agriculture, Food and Agriculture and Civil Supplies and also by the apex body, that is by Food Corporation of India. So that is the first step. And then suppose, say for example, if in the entire nation, if the damage, if the discolored percentage is somewhat higher due to various parameters, due to various climatic conditions and all, they will change the discolored percentage. Similarly, the chalky grains, these parameters they will change if at all, if it is required. Then next we will see why sampling is done. Sampling is representative of the whole population. Suppose we are cooking the rice, so entire rice we are not seeing. Out of that we are seeing some 2 or 3 cooked rice. Then we ascertain whether all is cooked or right. Like that, the sample represent the whole population, and the sample is different from for various purpose. Various type of sampling are taken. That is called representative sample. That is cluster sample, stratified sample, representative sample, test sample. So many sampling methods are there. Here we adopt representative sampling and test sample. Those things we are taking for analyzing the food grain, particularly rice, and also wheat will be taking up in separate video. That is rice. We will analyze the percentage of various refractions. Then uniform specification for grade A and common rice of raw and boiled, that we will see what is meant by uniform specification. So every year the government of India circulates uniform specification circulated by the government of India with reference to Kharif marketing season and Rabi marketing season. Kharif marketing season pertains to rice. So every year for season, Kharif marketing season, KMS, they will be circulating the uniform specification. So that we will see what is meant by uniform specification. So the rice, after the paddy is processed, we obtain the raw rice and boiled rice. That is called processed food. That processed food only the FC is procured. Even paddy is also procured from farmers. But what are the specifications of paddy? What are the specifications of rice, that is particularly parboiled rice and the raw rice also? is taken up through uniform specification, and that is circulated to all over India, and that is the basic standard for the refractions. The refraction means normally deviated from the normal one. The rice means all the rice will not be of uniform nature, uniform. It may contain some brokens, some discolored grains. They that is from normal white to yellow, or damaged rice, that is black in color, which may not have food value, and chalky, like that. The refractions deviated from the normal one, that they will analyze, that the percentage is fixed. That is called uniform specification. So in uniform specification, first they will be giving how the rice should be. That is, the rice should be sweet, sound, merchantable. These are all the principal parameters which will be given in the uniform specification. The rice should be sweet, sound, and also fresh, and it should be merchantable in condition. On these parameters, the rice can be procured. If at all, if it is not merchantable, that need not be procured. So that is uniform specification, and they will be giving the each and every refraction limit also they will be giving. That is for both for raw and boiled rice. First we will see the Kharif marketing season 2020 and 2021. The parameters are for both raw and raw grade A and raw common and boiled rice common. For these things they are giving brokens raw for grade A, that is 25, and common also 25, raw rice common. Like that, the brokens parboiled, for brokens percentage is 16% should be there. In parboiled grade A, that is 16%, common also 16%. Then why broken is given less in parboiled means, usually while milling the parboiled will not have that much, because of gelatinization, the brokens will not come that much. That's why it is reduced from 25 to 16 in case of boiled rice. Next one is foreign matter. Foreign matter means the dust, sand, and minerals. These things will be coming under foreign matter. So foreign matter, the percentage is fixed as 0.5% at the time of procurement. So the out of 0.5%, 0.25% of minerals. Say minerals means the sand, like that. That is silicon dioxide, and then the animal origin is 0.15. Say they have hairs, animal hairs, like that. If at all, if it is there, usually in fresh rice it will not be there, but somehow they are given some relaxation, that is 0.15% animal origin, and plant origin is 0.1. So they should not exceed these limits. If at all, if the foreign matter exceeds these limits, that should be rejected. Then damage means it will not fetch any food value. That means in case of boiled rice, even a dot is considered as a damage. That means the full, it is not full damage, is also taken as damage, and some dot also is taken as damage. Mainly if it changes the color, then it is black in color, then it is taken as damage. It is not having any food value. That's why it is considered as damage. That is black in color. That is, in case of raw, the damage percentage is 3, and in case of boiled, it is 4% for both grade A and common. And then discolored rice, raw rice is 3%. For discolored means it will be yellow in color. That means in case of raw rice and boiled rice, that is the yellow color has been changed due to caramelization. That is, the sugar when overheated, that is, it is a carbohydrate material. It is since it is a carbohydrate material, it may change due to heat. When we heat the sugar, it will become brown in color. That is called caramelization. Similarly, here also the caramelization takes place. That's why it is called discolate. And the discolate percentage in case of raw 3% and in case of boiled rice 4%, both in grade A as well as common. Then we'll see the chalky. Chalky, in case of chalky, will be coming only in raw rice, not in boiled rice, because chalky means the immature grain. They usually, when it is in paddy field, during maturation stage, it will be in milk stage. Then it becomes hard due to maturation. And that when it is in immature form, it will be white in color during processing in case of raw rice. And if we press the rice, then it will break. That sort of rice is called chalky. So the chalky limit is fixed as 5. It should not exceed 5. That means for 100 kg, it should not exceed 5 kgs. Then chalky and red grains. Similarly, in case of the red grains, the red cuticle will be there, and even 3 sticks are there. Then it is called red grain. If the 3/4 grain is covered, is red covered by red cuticle, is considered as red, or even 3 streaks are there, then it is considered as red grains. The percentage is 3%. It should not exceed more than 3% in case of raw as well as boiled rice. And then admixture. Admixture will come only in case of grade A, not in common, because admixture means the lower variety is mixed in higher variety. So in grade A, if say for example the LB ratio should be more than 2.5, and if it is less than 2.5, it is admixture. That is bold in that is nice variety or slender variety. The bold grain are mixed. That is called admixture. That should not exceed 6%. The admixture is 6% both in raw as well as boiled. And then in case of de-husked means that is the brown coating will be there over the rice. Usually it is 5% is fixed by Government of India. That 5% we cannot fix after the milling. So that is by double staining method we find out. So that is the methanol yellow and methylene blue. First we will add methanol yellow, then methylene blue we will add. Then we will also add hydrochloric acid, 5% hydrochloric acid also we will add. Then if it is, then it is washed by distilled water. If at all, if the grain is yellow color, then it is polished. If it gives green color, then it is unpolished or de-husked grain. that de-husked grain is taken out of so many grain. How many grains? Suppose if 300 grains are there, suppose if 15 grains are there in the de-husked, that is green color, they say 5%, it is 5% de-husked. For 315, for 100 it is 5. So that is called de-husked percentage. The de-husked percentage is 13% is allowed. Up to 13% the de-husked is allowed. And then the next one is moisture. In case of moisture, only the relaxation is given. That is the double categorization is given. That is, if 14% is the limit is fixed both in raw and boiled, but if at all, if it exceeds from 14 to 15 is allowed with imposition of moisture cut. That is, say for example, if the rice is supplied with 15%, for 100 kg, 1 kg cost will be cut. That is full value. That is called full value. If say for example 1 kg, 100 kg is supplied, out of that the 1 kg cost will be deducted from that. Say if it is 1 kg cost is, suppose if it is 2000 means 1 kg cost is say 20 rupees. That will be deducted from the total cost. That is the full value means 1 kg cost will be deducted. Suppose if it is 14.5 moisture, then the half cost of 1 kg will be deducted. That is called full value, because the entire moisture will be dried, and that means it fetches full value cut. That is called moisture percentage. Then regarding brokens, we have to understand something. In brokens, various type of brokens are there. That is 0.8 below, that is 1 by 8th. Below 1 by 8th is considered as foreign matter, and 1/8 to 1/4 is small brokens. That is total length we have to measure. Suppose if it is say 6 mm, that is half is 3 mm, and 1/4 is 1.5, and 1/8 is 0.75 millimeter. So below 0.75 millimeter, that should be taken as the foreign matter, and 0.75 to 1/8 to 1/4 is called small brokens. That is 1/8 to 1/4 is called small brokens. That should not exceed 1%. Then that is the 1/4 to 3/4 is called brokens. Then that is the remaining thing after deducting 1%. If it is raw rice, if 1% small brokens is there, 24% can be there. Like that, 16% out of 16, 1% small brokens, the remaining may be big brokens. That is 15%, say 15%. That is with regard to the brokens. Now we will see the how in procurement, how sampling is taken. In that is usually in procurement, it is in the bagged form we are receiving. Then the bag should have stencil, and the color code will also be there to indicate the particular crop as well as the variety, grade A or common, and also a flap will be there. That Rexin flap will also be there. That flap is also stitched along with the bag at the end of the bag after filling the rice. That flap will contain the mill name, the variety, commodity, variety, crop year, all these things, and net weight. All these things will be there in the crop year also. Then the bag will be on the acknowledgement number will also be written on the bag. That is where it has been. What is the acknowledgement number? By analyzing by taking the acknowledgement number, we can ascertain when it was procured. What is the acknowledgement? Basing on the acknowledgement number, on what date it is procured. Everything can be traced. That is acknowledgement number will be written by by stencil on the bag. So these are all the certain, and moreover the net weight usually 50 kgs net weight is taken, and gunny weight is tare weight is 580 kgs. So 50 plus 580, that is the gross weight. And now another point is, while procurement totally one acknowledgement number is given means 580 bags can be taken up for each and every acknowledgement. 580 means, say for example 200 bags is there in one lorry. So while passing through weigh bridge, it should weigh 10.116. Then plus lorry weight, like that. Like that 580 bags weighs 30.078. That means these are all standard weight. It may, if it is more than that, it is okay. If it is less than that, we should not receive that. So this is the main thing we have to understand. And while before procurement, the bags are placed on the veranda or platform and at the rate of 10 bags. From each and every bag, we have to see we have to poke and see the quality of the grain. whether it is uniform in nature or not, that we have to see. Then one acknowledgement number is 580 bags. So how much sample should be taken means the square root of that is called that is total sampling should be taken. That is, say for example 580, that is 24.083. If the square root of 580 is 24.083, that is total number of that is 24 out of 24 bags, cross out one number, that is n is equal to 24 groups. That is 24 groups we have to take. Each and every group consists of, that is 24 groups into 24 bags, and the remaining thing is 4 bags. 24 into 24, 576 bags. The 4 bags, that another sample should also be taken. So from 24 bags we have to ascertain the sample from which bag we have to take. Say for the 8th bag or 9th bag, we are taking the sample from each and every group, that is out of 24. From another 24 we have to take the 9th bag. So similarly, in all the 24 groups we have to take the 9th bag. Like that we have to take the sample from all the 580 bags. Then so out of we have to cross out, say that is 24 into 576, the remaining 4 bags, 1 sample. So total sample to be taken 25 samples. From 25 bags we have to take the sample, and that has to be thoroughly mixed, and that is called representative sample. So that has to be reduced to 250 grams or quarter kg by putting the sample in the sample divider. The sample divider will be having the slots will be there, and there is 2 tubes will be there. In the bottom, pans will be there. That will equally divide the sample into 2 in all respects. That is, all refraction will be having similar in nature in both the pans. So in such a way we have to reduce the sample to 250 grams. That 250 grams should be spread out in the glass slab in a table. Like glass slab will be there, and that glass slab we have to spread the food grain in a circular fashion, that is say 0.5 to 1 centimeter height, and approximately the diameter will be 1 feet, say 33 centimeter diameter. In such a way we have to spread uniformly by first it has to be made as a cone like structure, then it has to be pressed, and a circular layer should be made having the thickness of 0.5 to 1 centimeter. From the that is from the representative sample we have taken we have to take test sample. The 250 grams is called representative sample, and from that we have to take test sample, that is 9-ply. It is always called 9-ply sampling according to BIS, Bureau of Indian Standards. That is on 4 corners, and in between 2 and in the center. The very purpose of doing like this is the center will be having brokens, and in between the 4 samples will be having brokens as well as head rays, and the border will be having almost all head rays will be there. So this 9-ply sampling exactly it should be 20 grams. So by a means of scope we have to take the sample, and we have to put it in the balance, that is the electronic balance, and it should exactly weigh 20 grams. In such a way we have to take the sample through the scoop. So we have to practice in such a way that it should have 20 grams. So in 9-ply sampling we have taken 20 grams, that we will put it in a normal plate, and we have to remove the refractions, head rays, broken, damage, discolored, chalky, admixture, all these things we have to take. and in case of boiled rice, chalk will not be there. So we have to arrive the percentage. For 20 grams, say for example, so 0.5 gram discolored we have taken 0.5 grams. Out of 20 grams, we have taken 0.5 grams. While weighing, it is weighing 0.5 grams. For 100 grams, it is 2.5. So the percentage is 2.5. Like that, each and every refraction has to be weighed and percentage has to be calculated. Then this is called that is refractions are separated weighed. This is called gravimetric. Gravimetric means by weight we find out the percentage of the refractions. By this way we arrive the percentage, and the percentage should not exceed more than what is stipulated in the uniform specification. So by this way the procurement is being done. Suppose if it is exceeding the limit, then we have to reject that lot, and accordingly the entry should be made, and it should be signed by the party as well as the procured officer, say technical assistant and also manager QC. So these are all the procedures adopted during procurement. This is the analysis procedure. Gravimetric, by means of gravimetric we are doing. This is adopted while procurement of rice grains, both for raw and boiled rice, that is parboiled rice. With this we conclude this video.